Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be showing you how to master the Singapore Street Circuit. It is arguably one of the most difficult racetracks on the F1 calendar, and one technique we'll be using a lot of on this track is using the pedals to aid in car rotation. Whether that be dabbing the brake or lifting off the throttle, the weight transfer pushes more weight over the front tyres, providing them with more grip. One point about the Singapore track is that there are a couple of corner approaches that aren't straight, making the braking tricky to not lock up. So braking is a key talking point here, and it's best to always straighten the braking zone as much as possible, usually by taking a wider line for a straighter approach. So in this video we'll be analysing each corner individually and then watch a full speed lap driven by a professional esports driver. The lap in question is a 1 minute 25.015. If you want to analyse your data to see how you can get faster, TrackTighter can show you how, from in-depth telemetry data all the way up to quick tips based on your individual driving. You can now get 30 days of unlimited telemetry insights for free when you sign up with the code SINGAPORE. So let's get started. Into turn 1, straddle the outside line and brake around the 75 metre mark. Just as you get to the rumble strip, lift off the brakes to throw the car into the corner and change down to 5th gear in the process. Use a small dab of brake at the apex just to help the car rotate, and wait until you've gone over the apex curb to get back onto the throttle. Take care on the throttle around turn 2 and brake as you get to the small sausage curb on the inside here. Try to swing out to give the car the maximum width possible into turn 3, change down to 3rd gear and modulate the throttle out at the other side. Into turn 5, brake on the outside curb here, only around 60%, and lift off quickly to rotate the car into the apex. Get back onto the throttle right in the middle of the corner and run the car right out wide to give you the best possible run down the straight. Into turn 7, brake around the 100 metre board and slightly trail brake to the apex. Change down to 4th gear and straddle the apex curb to maintain the balance in the car. Use throttle modulation and take care on the outside curb as it can unsettle the car if you hit it hard. Into turn 8, brake at the end of the big screen on the left hand side here and trail brake to the apex. Get down to 3rd gear, use 40% throttle at the apex before you use throttle modulation out the other side. Into turn 9, lift off at the 50 metre board and use a slight dab of brake just to put some weight over the front tyres, and then you can start accelerating before the apex as the exit is wide. And then just take care on throttle modulation out of the corner. Into turn 10, brake just before the 50 metre board, change down to 4th gear and use a slight bit of trail braking. Use as much of the curb as you can and be gentle on the accelerator as you need to get to the left hand side of the track ahead of turn 11. Get over to the barrier under the Lenovo sign and briefly brake at around 35% there. Use all of the curb and start accelerating as soon as possible to maximise the run out. If you got the exit right, you should use a slight lift for the left kink of turn 12. Over the bridge, get to the left hand side of the circuit to turn in and position the car next to the right barrier. Lift off at the bridge post here and brake right afterwards. Trail brake heavily to the apex and heavily modulate the throttle out the other side as well. It's easy to let the car break traction here, so take care on the exit. Into turn 14, brake at the 100 metre board and trail brake to the apex. Get down to 3rd gear and use most of the curb. The exit is wide, so begin accelerating as your front wheel is inside the apex curb and modulate out. Into turn 16, brake around 75 metres, so a little before the overhead gantry. Modulate the throttle, get into 4th gear and use all of the apex curb. Begin accelerating at the apex and lift a touch for the left-hander of turn 17 to keep the car stable towards that final corner. The final 2 corners are flat, so turn in at the gap in the barrier here, use all of the inside curb of turn 18, let the car run right to the edge of the track and just keep the line smooth through turn 19 to complete the lap. Don't forget that you can get 30 days of unlimited data insights for free when you sign up with the code SINGAPORE. So now that we've seen how you can master the place, let's take a look at that 1 minute 25.015 hot lap. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video and learned something too. Don't forget that you can get 30 days of Unlimited Data Insights for free when you sign up on Tracktide with the code Singapore. But without further ado, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again in the next video.